Welcome to the Attic ManaDad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. Looks like I've got the video blown out, but I'm not going to fix it because I got very little time to do the stream today. But I did want to get in my Monday stream where we go through the Meta Mondays, talk about what is winning, what people are playing in various formats, most especially on MTG Arena, but we'll look at Paper and Magic Online and everything else. Okay. So, kind of shocking. I missed last week on vacation and was not expecting to log in and see mono green landfall. I mean, I've been seeing a lot when I play, but look at that. Just an absolute ramp this last week. Mono green landfall, super popular, by far more popular than the next most popular and best of one standard on Arena, Selesnya Rabbits, followed by mono black midrange, mono white life gain, which you can see a life gain deck that I've posted. 4-color dinosaurs, you can see a version of that I've posted. Mono red aggro, you can see a rotation proof aggro that I posted. So some of the popular decks, Azorius Control, I posted a new version of Azorius Control. So you can see I've got some of this covered already, but I've actually been waiting to do mono green landfall. Maybe I waited too long. Been playing around with some bird decks. Anyways, pretty shocking. It's not anywhere in the top 8 in terms of win rate. Where is it? It's down here. Okay, so it does have like a 55% win rate, just barely missing the top 8. So that's a pretty good win rate, but it's not as good as Selesnya Rabbits. Continues to be really high in best of one standard. Also, Boros Discover. I know CGB did a version of that. Maybe that's why. Well, you would think it would be on the popular list, not the win rate list. But I guess contrary to the usual pattern, it is on the win rate, number 2, and very close to Selesnya Rabbits. Mono red Goblins and mono red aggro. So Goblins as its own distinct archetype. Also winning Selesnya Auras, Rakdos aggro, mono white life gain, mono black mid range. So I guess if you want to rank up fast this week, Selesnya Rabbits, as we wait for Edge of Eternities. When Edge of Eternities comes out, of course, a lot of things are going to rotate out, but nothing from the Rabbit deck, as far as I know, off the top of my head. We're on a 3-year rotation now for Standard, so it's going to be the 5 sets that are the oldest that are rotating out. So let's see how things change in best of 3. We have Azorius Artifacts with the highest win rate, and looks like you'll rank up faster playing best of 3 because they got a almost 63% win rate with that. Selesnya Cage, Golgari Self-Mill, Izzet Vivi. Very different list in best of 3. Just so interesting how different best of 3 is from best of 1. And if we click over to look at Paper and Magic Online on MTG Goldfish, we see Dimir midrange is by far and away. And like, look, where's midrange? Number 6 in win rate? Number 2 in popularity? I guess it's not that far off, honestly. The Vivi and Dimir midrange are flipped on Arena. That's not that big of a deal. But looks like a wide range of decks winning, including a mono green landfall list here, going 5-0. Then where else? Says Chocobo, Bristly Bill, Tifa, 4 Mossborn Hydras, 3 Spring Bloom Druids, 4 Traveling Chocobo, and Saz Katzroy making an appearance here with Bushwhacks, Royal Treatment, Snakeskin Veil, Escape Tunnels in the Mana Base, and Fabled Passages and Forests. I kind of like the simplicity of that. And some sideboard cards if you play best of 3. So we might have to do a landfall deck this week, because I don't think, was there any of that that's rotating? It's possibly a very nice rotation proof deck that's at least proven to win in the current meta. Oops, no need to go that far back in the history. And let's see what's going on in Pioneer. This is best of 3. As usual, pretty short on data here. More of you need to be playing Pioneer best of 3 with your untapped.gg installed, but mono red aggro is the most popular and the highest win rate. And if we check that against what they have for Pioneer in MTG Online and Paper, which should be much more reflective of the metagame, Mono red aggro is far and away the most popular, with a distant second Phoenix and a distant third Rakdos mid range. Celestia Angel's still in the mix there, and Greasefang is still in the mix. Looks like Creativity has put up some recent 5-0s. So yeah, a pretty decent wide range of decks here in the challenges, in recent challenges. So Pioneer looking pretty strong. Let's see how it looks in best of one on Arena. We got Rakdos aggro with the best win rate, but very closely followed by Mono Red aggro, Boros aggro, and even Selesnya Angels. In terms of popularity, Rakdos aggro is the number one, but Mono Red aggro is very close. And I think that's just because essentially Rakdos aggro is Mono Red aggro. If we were to look at a deck list, it's just the Callous Sellsword that's making the difference there. Moving on to Alchemy. Jeskai Omniscience with a really astounding 67% win rate there in Alchemy. And Mono Green Landfall, also popular in Alchemy. Interesting. In Historic, 4-color Food with a 67% win rate, followed by 4-color Reanimator and Boros Auras. Auras being the most popular deck. It looks like Auras has had a nice surge in popularity here going into this week, and just kind of going back and forth with energy in terms of win rate. So that's Historic. In Timeless, we got Mardu Energy, Boros Energy, Rakdos Steel Cutter, and 5 colors Oops All Spells, all above 60% win rate. And so this is actually more of a metagame than I've seen in a while in Timeless. Might be a good time to come in. There's going to be a bunch of crazy stuff getting added to Timeless, including Strip Mine, I think, unless they ban it outright when it releases with the Edge of Eternities. So that should be interesting time. If we check out the Historic Brawl metagame, Tifa is the highest in win rate, but Vivi is the most popular. Tifa doesn't rank until number 6. So we got Vivi, Kefka, Sephiroth, Kotis, Ugin, Eye of Storms, Tifa. I think I've got videos for all of those except for Kefka. Oh, maybe I haven't made a Sephiroth Brawl video. I've done some Sephiroth stuff in Standard. So Clive Ifrit's Dominant is number 7 in popularity. I don't even know what that is. Is that an alchemy card? Anybody to find out? Have to look that up at some point. All right, let's switch back over to MTG Goldfish and look at some of the other formats that we don't get on Arena. We've got Modern. Boros Energy still looking very healthy, but the modern people who play Modern say it's a really good metagame. Boros Energy looks pretty dominant based on these stats here to me, but I do see pretty wide range of decks just scanning down. Looks like Neo Brand won a Modern Challenge. That's kind of cool. And Boros Energy also won a Modern Challenge recently. That's maybe less cool. Maybe that's expected. Yeah, but a fair range of 5-0 decks there. Definitely check out the Doomwake metagame videos if you follow Modern more closely. Doomwake plays Modern and spends a lot of time going through all the cool deck lists and everything. What else can we look at? Pauper just had a big tournament a couple weeks ago. Looks like still a lot of blue decks here, but we got John Wildfire and Burn also in the mix there. But Mono Blue Fairies, Grixis Finny, High Tide combo, Spy combo. Interesting. Good time to be playing Pauper, as I understand it. I always say this every week, like, I want to get more into Pauper. I just don't have the time, guys. Give me more time in my day. Dimir Reanimator is dominating Legacy, it looks like. And in Vintage, Mono White Initiative, Luris PO, Jewel Shops, Sphere Shops, Dimir Luris Control, Dredge, Esper Luris. I mean, there's not that much percentage separating all these. Maybe it is time to play Vintage, not Legacy. That's looking pretty good. So, what else can we show you? Dual Commander, that gets updated every once in a while. We got Cloud, the number 1 there. Penny Dreadful. Don't know how many recent Penny Dreadful tournaments there are, but we got Boros Legends aggro. Anyways, let's just check real quick and see if anybody's got any comments before I got to scoot. And nope, no comments this week. All right, well, let's just go back to standard best of one, and I'll leave it on that. And I'll just page through some of the data here in case anybody's curious about how things have been developing this week in standard. That's it from me. I've been ManaDad, reminding you, Magic